Really try not to take things personally. I think that there is so much pressure on teachers these days to be everything to everyone at all times, and I think that is so unfair. Your job is to educate the people in front of you, so do that. A comment on those 4 students who are working. Imagine if that one of those was your child, your own child. How would you want the teacher to deal with them and deal with the other 26 who are not working and not doing the right thing? You owe it to those 4 students to give them a quality education. Do not empower the ones who are trying to deactivate your class into doing nothing. You need to provide those 4 students with enough challenging and meaningful work to keep them on track. And I would even spend a lot of time praising those students, not to make them stand out, but just, calm, consistent praise and thanks and appreciation and acknowledgement of what they're doing and the fact that they're doing the right thing. You don't want to remember that pack thing of the mob of kids. You don't want them to stand out too much, but you do want to acknowledge that yes, they are doing the right thing and that I really appreciate what you're doing. Keep it up, thank you. Because deep down they will really appreciate that and they will want the work. So keep teaching them. Teach them, they deserve it. The naughty ones deserve it too, but that will just take a little bit longer for you to get them into the place where you need them to be. I think it's really important to try and build a sense of community in the class. You can do that by doing simple little things like greeting all the students at the door, giving them eye contact, give them a smile, make them feel welcome in your classroom, greet them by name. Use gentle humour in the classroom. Help them to trust you by following through on what you say you're going to do. Show that you genuinely care about all of them, even the ones who are giving you a really hard time. They need the care the most. It wouldn't hurt to have a series of one-liners. Depending on the culture that you're working with, I know in my context I can get away with a few little one-liners that sort of cracks up most of the kids, and it actually deactivates the clown because he or she no longer has the attention on them. The attention is on me, where I want it to be. Really try not to take things personally. I think that there is so much pressure on teachers these days to be everything to everyone at all times, and I think that is so unfair. Your job is to educate the people in front of you, so do that. Focus on the issue. You are there to deliver lessons. They are there to complete the work. So when that kid is clowning around and trying to get a reaction out of you, ask him a series of questions. Ask yourself some questions. Is he doing his work? If not, redirect him. The expectation is that you are to complete the work that's provided to you every single lesson. Don't get sucked into an emotional tug-of-war between him and you. Stay in control, stay in charge of the classroom. Try to prepare a lot more independent work that kids can work on quietly without your direct instruction so much, so that you can get a handle on the behaviour of the majority of the students in the class, because until you get a handle on that, you can't move forward in any of your other plans. Make routines like clockwork so that they know what to expect. When deactivating that clown, think about when you're not in the room, like go away and at home maybe, think about picture the class and think about where he's sitting and how his power base is set up. So who is he mostly directing his comments towards, apart from you? Who does he want to get a reaction out of most? And it may be a simple solution of just rearranging some of the students where they sit in the class, just for a little while, just so you can deactivate his power base. Consider doing more formative assessment in the classroom. If he's going to really dig his heels in about not handing in this assignment, and you feel like the consequences won't motivate him to do what's required of him, consider switching the type of assessment to more formative assessment, observational type things, book work, completed coursework, completed classwork, so that you can get an idea of his progress. Because at the end of the day, that's what you need to know. You need to know where he's at, where he needs to move to, how you can move him there, and after a little while, how well he is moving towards the next place you want him to be. Sometimes when you have a class like that, it really helps to get the whole class to do an in-class assignment. I don't know how the others are with handing in their stuff, but you might want to consider in consultation with your superior, your supervisor. Like, can you do an in-class essay, for instance? Anyway, you guys, I hope that kind of chat discussion was useful, helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think. You may disagree with some of the things that I said. That's totally fine. Of course, to the lady who wrote this, I wish you the very best of luck. Teaching is a very difficult thing, and it takes time, like I said, to build those relationships and the trust that is needed obviously in this year 8 class, this 8th grade class that you've got. Go back to basics and believe in yourself, and don't try and entertain the kids. Go back to basics until you can develop that relationship, and then you can experiment with different types of activities. Anyway, you guys, let me know if you like this kind of video, and maybe I'll do some more like this if you like this kind of video. If you have any questions about your particular class, maybe I can give you some suggestions on what you could try. Best of luck, and we will see you next time. That would be enough for the assessment. Excuse me. This is a long video.